Yes, guys, episode 21 of Bikini Insider with my co-host, they're my Ifbb Pros, Kerry and Marnie. Before we press record, Marnie was just telling me you've booked your expo ticket for the
Oh,
Olympia.
yeah. I mean, I sent Kerry like a 5 minute long voice note, and I'm sure I mentioned it right at
Well,
the end. So I was thinking she's either listened to it and not had a chance to reply, or she has no idea. So,
so,
surprise.
yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, do you know what, Marnie? I listened to that voice note probably about 4 times on the way back, so I could remember everything you said to be able to reply. Then my
Oh,
phone
God.
rang. So, yeah,
You know
I'm
what
so
I'm like?
glad.
Once
I'm
I
so
stop, I
glad.
can't stop. But yeah, sorted for that. So, yeah, we're really excited because actually, I didn't mention this, Suki, but myself and Danielle Spencer are going to come out to the Olympia together. So,
Wicked.
yeah,
You've just fully announced that. Did you know what I'd been trying to do?
sorted out with her. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been so like for anyone that doesn't know, like, and to be honest, if you're a pro listening to this, competing at the Olympia, she is going to be on hand.
Get in with
She is
Danielle.
the best.
That's why I'm mentioning it because
She's the best.
she's just so, so good. And I, I mean, I would love to have had her at my shows last year, but obviously she's so busy with the UK shows, and
Yeah.
I think she's starting to like expand the international calendar. Like she has done quite a few shows. I'm sure she did like the show in Spain, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong, with the Empro or something.
But
Um,
yeah, for this one, I was like, she had put it out there, and then I am a sponsored athlete, so amazing.
well,
But
so am I, but
I actually said to her, yeah, but I actually messaged her and said, look, I need you to be there. Like, I'm going to pay you what it is. So, as much as I'm a sponsored athlete, I'm not for this. And I do not care because she is just the best. And I've
yeah.
heard some things about makeup and stuff at the Olympia. People having to obviously get it done at like 2 a.m. and like 3 a.m. And I'm like, we're not going to have that. So,
Yeah.
you've just let the cat out of the bag.
Well, it's released into the wild
That's
now.
amazing.
So
She is the best.
I'm buzzing, honestly. Yeah. Do you know what? Because I mean, I'll travel anywhere on my own. Obviously, I'm coming to support you primarily, but I want to network. I want to meet all the girls that we've been interviewing, which is going to
Yeah.
be so nice. But yeah, me and Danielle, I think we're going to fly together. So, and maybe even stay together as well. So yeah, more news on that, Kerry, but surprise. And who else would you want there on the Olympia weekend?
No, that's
Like
literally
it's just good
insane.
vibes, good vibes. So
Well,
yeah.
I'm hoping, like I said to Marnie earlier, I'll be speaking to Jake Wood over DMs and he's been trying to help me out, try to get a media pass for the Olympia weekend. Can't put me, link
Wow.
me up with the production manager, so we're speaking. She kind of understands my situation in regards. So it'd be great if I can know in advance because normally with the media passes, they won't let people know until the beginning side of September, could even go to the middle of September, which by then is you're looking at 4 weeks until the Olympia, if less. And that's where the prices just skyrocket. So it's easy
Yeah.
for
Of
more
course.
American based, but if you're international, then you kind of would like to
Yeah.
know a little bit sooner. So I'm hoping that I do get some good news. So I can head over there. But anyway, yeah, that's Olympia.
Woo.
Look, today we've got a few guests. We've got 3 guests, and the first guest is in the waiting room already. So we may as well bring in because I thought she's probably been one of the standout IFBB Pro Card winners in the bikini division so far this year, and I'm gonna bring her in because she got a pro card at the NPC Sweden show. She's made a debut already in Poland, taking 4th place. And while I'm building this up for the camera to start working, Nadia, who
Yeah.
will be,
How can you guys hear me?
we can hear you,
Yeah.
but we can't see you yet. Oh, there
Can you
she
see
is.
me now?
There we go.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank
Hey.
you for having me here.
Well, look, I before I kind of pass on the girls, I wanted to say one thing. You did the NPC Swedish show where you won the pro card. Marnie, I was speaking to your coach Jake, and he was telling me that, oh yeah, Christine, she's won her class, like 24 girls, but yeah, the winner of the pro card, yeah, she was already IFB Pro material. I was like, oh, it's probably just big up too much. Then I saw the pictures, And I was like, yeah, shit, that's no joke. That is, in my eyes, it's been really the standout IFBB Pro Card winner in the bikini division, not just Europe, but I would say worldwide so far this year. Maybe yourself and Victoria. So yeah, that's what I want to say, Nadia.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It was super fun and it was amazing to winning my pro card was a moment I will never forget in the NPC show. Can you
Kerry,
hear me?
yeah, we can hear you. All good.
Yeah.
Kerry, Marnie, I mean, normally when people win Pro Card in Europe, I kind of been on my radar, or I may already know of them, haven't done other shows. Have you got girls come across Nadia in the past?
Do you know what? Honestly, I have not.
Say for me.
No.
I think
No.
I'm just new here, so
Oh,
yeah.
I think I had seen Nadia, by the way, congratulations, because you've
Thank you.
come on the scene and
yeah.
your shape is just absolutely beautiful. I feel like you've got such a recognizable silhouette. Like we can tell that it's your shape.
And then
Um,
I'm gonna
which yeah,
put you in the
we
photo.
need pictures and videos.
I'm doing now. Why I'm doing that, Nadia? Could you just give me a little background on your competing experience? Because like you said, you're very new into this.
Yeah, so I start my journey in back to 2022. So it was not long time ago. And then I switched to NPC 2023. And then I took off 1 year off season, and then I start again this year. And then I won pro card. So
Incredible.
yeah, three and a half. It took me
I,
3.5
You
years.
literally look incredible.
I think I had seen you, Nadia, actually maybe last year. And if you were to scroll down, what shows did you do then?
It
Last
was, yeah, it was not last year. It was in 2023. It
20.
was in Poland.
Nice.
Yeah, and I got second place in overall. And then I took off 1 year, and then I start again in Sweden, and then I won my pro card.
Oh, it's incredible.
You
And
literally look insane, you know?
Thank you so much. So I've been, yeah. So it's my second show actually in Sweden.
it's amazing. Whereabouts are you based, Nadia? Where do you live?
I live in Norway now.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
in
Okay.
Norway. So yeah,
I'm I'm just looking at these because once again, I'm looking at this video, and you would think I'm watching a pro show right now because of the standard of the physique that you've
Yeah.
created. And this is, of course, the NPC amateur show in Sweden taking the pro card. Just a little background, Nadia. I know you've only competed a few times.
yeah.
What's your background? Do you work in the fitness industry or away from it?
No, I mean I work a full-time job in as a manager in one shop, and then based on that I train, I work out, so I don't have nothing like fitness.
hmm
Mhm.
Do you
I
have a
mean,
background of sports before this? So did you play any sports or
No, I
no?
just no, I don't have any sport background.
Oh, your genetics are wild. That's literally phenomenal. Most people come from like, I would say generally like a sporting background and like that's they've got a bit of like muscle and stuff
Yeah,
like that. But yeah, that's crazy.
but I don't have. I just going to gym like every day and just yeah, work out. That's it.
Love it.
no, it's
Even
a
your presentation, Nadia, like honestly, I hate to say it, probably everyone's thinking it watching this right now, the viewers. You remind me of Maureen so
I
much.
yes,
that's
Like,
what I
oh,
yeah,
said
I
right
just
here.
think it's
100%.
beautiful.
I
Yeah,
heard that many times. Thank
I
you.
bet,
I
yeah.
mean that she's from same town as me, from
Yeah,
Stavanger, Sandnes. Yeah.
Amazing.
amazing.
I mean, what I want to ask Nadia as well is I remember when let me just take this off for a moment. When Alison, who won the ticket to Olympia at Poland, I remember asking her like, "Oh, who do you know anyone who's doing the show?" This is before our lineups was announced, and she mentioned your name straight away. She's like, "Yeah, I think the girl who
Oh,
won the NPC swinging show, and I think yeah, she could be my biggest competition." Which of course you did prove because you took fourth place in your pro debut. So, talk about your pro debut. What was the thought process of doing a pro show so soon after winning your pro card?
um, actually, I wasn't at my 100%. I just want to try to see how I look um uh next to the pro girls. Yeah, I wasn't at my 100%, but like I said, so now I know that I can win next for the next show if I come in with 100%. I'm sorry with my English is not that good, but
Oh,
you understand, right?
I
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
understand
it's
everything.
great.
Yeah,
It's great. You're doing well.
and this is my first interview or podcast. Yeah,
Oh,
everything is so new for me. So
So
Oh,
I guess I'm interested to know, Nadia, because you came fourth in Poland,
yeah,
and the girls who were ahead of you, Victoria turned
yeah,
pro, Ifbb, but she already won her Olympia ticket. Alison has already been to Olympia on a couple of occasions. So you proved that you can hang with the top girls
yeah.
in Europe, and all the world really. So what was the reason for maybe not doing a few more shows after Poland, knowing that you weren't at your 100%?
Yeah, because I know that I have to improve some, like my upper glutes or something like that. So that's why I just want to improve that and then come, yeah, for the next show I will be at my 100%. I want to win for my next show, then and then go to Olympia. This is my plan, and
you
I
can
know that I can
absolutely
do
do
that.
it. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Believe it. Yeah, 100%. I definitely agree that as well. When are you thinking for your next?
Yeah, for my next show gonna be in March or something. So a
Okay,
few months.
a good
So
off
I
season.
want to, yeah. So right now I'm in on off season, and I want to improve, and I want to be like 100%. When I feel it, and when I have fire inside me, then I know that I will, yeah, I
You
will
want to
get,
come back and
yeah,
it be like, okay, she has to win. This is
yeah.
the winner. Yeah, I get that.
So yeah, so I learn a lot, and I can see, and I know what I have to bring
Yeah.
for the next show. So that's why
You
I
said
think it's
uh,
the best to take off season right now.
you said March 2026. I mean, there is a show close to us that's taking place, which does require an application form, and that's the Arnold UK, which is returning next year. Is that a show that maybe you might think about sending application to try and do?
Yeah, I want to try in UK or something like that, and not in Europe for the next show. So I will see.
Amazing.
Exciting. Well, look, Nadia, I just wanted to get you on, obviously, to say a huge congratulations on your pro card win. Of course, your pro debut, taking fourth place. Like I said, it was one of the standout physiques we've seen so far this year. I'm super, I know the girls will also be super excited to see what you bring 2026. And fingers crossed,
Yeah.
one of those shows could be in the UK.
Yes, thank you so much.
You take care, Nadia.
And congratulations.
Thank you so
Congrats,
much. Bye
Martina.
bye.
Bye.
She is phenomenal.
Yeah, crazy shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when she said like, yeah, March, I'm thinking, mate, if you'd done a
Yeah,
couple
I was literally
if you'd done a couple more shows, I'm like, you would literally be there this year.
I thought
You
it's
would be here
if
this
she
year.
was if she was maybe I hate to use words tactical, but she went into that show
Yeah.
already, Alison, Victoria already Olympic qualified. I mean,
I
Victoria's
think she'd
proved
be a
it.
threat. Should
Yeah,
be
Yeah,
a threat.
100%. I agree.
Absolutely. And I think again, it's like such a rare thing, isn't
Mm.
it?
Yeah.
Somebody is like so fresh.
Yes.
And I think like a lot of it could be mindset as well. Like maybe I don't want to speak on her behalf, of course, but like I think a lot of athletes can fall into that like hole of not self-doubt, but like, oh, I need longer than I think I
Yeah.
do. Me and you have had this chat before,
Totally
Kerry.
agree.
Yeah.
I
Did
never
it
nearly
down here?
competed last year. Yeah, I almost didn't. I nearly quit so
Mhm.
many times.
Kerry nearly didn't compete. Was it last year?
Yeah, last year, oh God, I was like, I've not made enough improvements. No, like this off season's been too bad. I've been injured, been this.
And look where we ended up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, talking about, so she mentioned about 2026 return. Somebody else also announced that they'll be returning in 2026, and that's Phoebe Hagen. She did a
Yes,
Yeah.
story, no story, it was on YouTube that
I
she
saw
will
that.
be, yeah, she'll be looking at the beginning of 2026. And of course, I did a post. I'm assuming that it could potentially be the
Arnold's.
Arnold UK. I mean,
Of
as a former
course.
Yeah, she's
champion.
had it once before, so like I would say like that would probably, yeah, that would be.
Something hits different about a home soil show. I say it every time, but like home crowd, it's the best.
Yeah, I'm so gutted that
Completely
I
bored
can't
people.
do that this year. I'm really gutted.
I know, but next year,
Yeah, March.
The Tubero show, that's the week after the Olympia. Is that has that not got a pro bikini category, or is it just open?
no, I don't think it has pro
I think
bikini.
it's just open, isn't it?
It's just open. I
Yeah.
literally said to Ian like when I saw him at the show, Marnie was at the show, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, like I'll be doing the UK one when I get back from the Olympia. And he was like, but it's men's only. And I was like, what? I was like, no way. Meg put it on my timeline. She must have thought it was, yeah. And I was like, my heart was like, oh,
I think there tends to be mostly pro bikini at the start of the year in the UK, and then
yeah.
if we're lucky, we get a second one at the end of the year. But I don't
Yeah.
think that there is one this time.
We only got lucky, didn't we, because of the
Mhm.
NPC European.
Europeans, yeah, that's
I
you're
say,
right.
yeah.
It's moved. Yeah,
Such
exactly.
such a shame we don't have a show where like all categories are being featured, all
Mm.
pro
Yeah, it's just
categories.
hard, isn't it, to get like, I guess the
I think the biggest thing though with that is like those shows must be very expensive for the promoters to put on.
yeah.
Because if you think of like the big US shows like Texas Pro, for example, the reason that those shows are so big and prestigious is because of the amount of categories that are there.
But
So,
The UK should have at least one show where all they have maybe all pro shows. I mean,
uh,
I think in volume of pros we have in UK, I look at like Spain's got one, but Spain's got quite a few where all pro classes are there. We look at the Empro Classic. I know Portugal does.
Maybe one day.
Prague,
Maybe it's something that's
yeah,
takes time to build. I don't
hopefully.
know.
Hopefully.
Just us.
Okay,
yeah.
look, our next guest is ready because we've just been over to Norway for Nadia. Now we're going to shoot over to the US because it was the NPC Junior Nationals. Anyone who knows that show knows it's very prestigious over in America, and this is where a number of pro cards are awarded. And yeah, it's a big deal if you win a pro card over there. It's even more of a big deal if you actually win the overall title. And we've got Martina, who is one of the newest
Hi,
Ifbb pros
Hey,
from America. How you doing, Martina?
I'm good. How are you guys?
we're good. We're
Get over
excited to
here.
see you.
So, first off, before I pass on the girls, many congratulations on the NPC Nationals. For those who aren't aware, could you just give us a little background? You're competing, and of course, what happened on the weekend just gone?
Yeah, so this weekend was actually my fifth national show ever. I started competing in 2023. So 2023 was my first ever show. I've done two regional shows, and this was my fifth national show. And I ended up getting my pro card and winning the overall this weekend, which was crazy. So much fun, though.
Congrats.
Yeah,
That's
Thank
that's
such a
you.
huge
the
achievement,
best.
I think, because they give out a few pro cards at that show, right? But to know that you were like the best out of everyone, I bet you were just over the moon to get your moment.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Like getting the pro card, like that was obviously, the goal and everything. But then winning the overall, I was just like amazed. It was crazy.
That is literally amazing.
Oh, we
Just
love the
looking
reaction
at this.
videos.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for the reaction. What do you remember of this moment, Martina?
I'm gonna be honest. I remember I didn't know where I was at on stage. So I didn't even know that I was in the center. And I had only obviously I was looking at the judges, right? So when I was in there for when they were choosing the overall winners, I had no idea who the other girls who had won. So I remember another girl coming to stand by me, and I was like, I had just seen a glimpse of her, and I was like, oh yeah, she looks good. Like she's getting it. She's getting it. Like I had only just seen a glimpse. And so when we went to the side and they had announced me, I was like, whoa, like I was just happy with my pro card, you know? So when they said I was the overall winner, I was like, oh wow. Like that obviously got me super excited.
Oh, look at that. That is,
Who are these people here?
So that is my fiance, Chuck, and then that is one of my best friends, Kaylin. And we've been waiting for this moment. And he's
oh,
the reason I got that win this weekend. And seeing his reaction, everything just makes me emotional. It was awesome. That win was for the both of us. So
oh,
Gives me goosebumps when
that
I see
literally
stuff like
does.
this.
That is,
Oh,
yeah, it was
oh, are you
awesome.
coached by Jamie as well?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, she's my coach.
oh,
epic.
that's amazing.
Yeah, Jamie's phenomenal. I just started working with her this past it was like towards the end of December.
Uh-huh.
So this is our first show season together, and I'm super excited to see, where we can go together in the pro league and everything. I think it's going to be so much fun.
Got the cowboy hat, the cowboy boots.
I know. I had to have a theme. I was like, I want to have fun. I had a theme. I was like, Chattanooga, Tennessee. I don't know. Got me some boots, got me my hat on, and it made everything so much more fun.
That's
And,
wicked.
and
So you
just for
actually had a really good, enjoyable show day experience as well.
Oh, yeah. This was the first like peak week and everything that I was just not stressed. I was not stressed at all. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have fun. And that's exactly what I did. I literally just had fun. And I wasn't even really on my phone that much. I was just really in the moment. And I don't know, I feel like everything came together. And that's one of the reasons why that show day was so successful as well, is just because I was there.
That's amazing. Do you know the amount of times we've had like obviously we have a lot of people on who have achieved like wins and things like that, and that is the most common theme. Do you guys agree that you're hearing people have had like this calmness of the week and calmness of the day and like all of this? It just, yeah, is one of them things, isn't it?
I was thinking
Yeah.
the same thing there, yeah. Like it gives a completely different energy on the day, like when you walk out. And I think as well, just like your memories of that moment are just so much more fond, and like because you're not in your own head. And like we've all, I mean, have you in the past had show days where you have felt like that by contrast?
Oh yeah, like even the two previous shows that I did before this one, it was weird because like even when it was like time for finals and it was between me and another girl, in my head, because I was already so stressed out that week, I was like, okay, I'm getting second place. Like I'm not winning. You know what I mean? But it was so calm this past week that I was like, no, like I've earned this. Like I can have a shot at this too. Like I'm gonna win this time. And I think it really was because I was just so less stressed and really remembered. Like I think a lot of people forget that this sport really is a hobby and it's supposed to be fun. And remembering that just all week and really having fun and pouring that energy like into my people and having them pour it into me, I think it all just really came together for me to again just have fun on show day and not worry about the outcome, because at the end of the day, win or lose, I'm still going to do another show and compete anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Martina,
Yeah.
I want to ask for us to understand how big of a show the NPC Nationals is. But what's the volume of competitors like? Because we know the pro cards awarded, but how busy is that show?
So I feel like this year, I don't know. It was very weird because this year, like so I was class F for my height, but class D and E, there was like, I think like maybe 20 girls in each. And then my class only had 9. But then some of the other classes, it was very scattered. But I mean, I don't know. I think that maybe there were, just to give a good estimate, maybe like 80 or 90 girls. So I mean, it's a pretty big show.
Yeah.
It's not as big as some of the others, but it's a good size. There were a lot of girls, a lot of great, great looking girls.
And I'll admit, Martina, when when I saw you won your pro card, the pro show lineups for this weekend came out Monday, and I was like, I wonder if she's jumping into one of those shows just to dip her toes in the water, and I didn't see your name on any of the lists.
No,
Was the
I jumped into the pro show on Saturday.
yeah, that
So
was
I ended,
yes.
yeah, I ended up getting second call outs there, but I am ready to take a step back and breathe for probably the rest of this year and really hit like the spring circuit possibly next year. I don't know. It's going to be up to my coach, but I want to go to the beach and enjoy it and enjoy some sandwiches on the beach and enjoy my birthday coming up and the holidays and all that good stuff. And I need to grow. So I'm in no rush and yeah, we'll see what happens, but next year is really what I'm wanting to start like my pro career.
Amazing.
That's
Awesome.
exciting. I think just enjoy your win as well
Yeah.
because, like obviously that's incredible as well that you were able to like do the pro show and it's kind of like why not if there's a pro show on. I think that's like one of the only shows in the States that has that, isn't it? They
Yeah,
did that
yeah.
last year. Yeah. So
Especially obviously another part. You had Ashley Cole also competed
yeah.
in the pro show
Yeah,
to be able to step on stage in pro debut.
Yeah, how amazing.
Did you
that
get to
was
talk to her by any chance?
crazy. Oh, I didn't really get to talk because everything was crazy. I had to go back there.
Really?
I had to like sign up and like sign the contract and everything. So I didn't really get to talk to her. I have talked to her in the past though, and she's amazing. I am one of the biggest Ashley Colt Walser fans, and
Oh,
I just to even think that we were on the same stage, it's just so surreal. I don't know. I'm still coming off the high from this weekend, and I'm like, did that really happen? It's just crazy. That was awesome. And seeing her get that win and everything, that was amazing. She looked it was crazy, even kind of like seeing her backstage pumping up. I was like, I'm about to step on stage with her.
oh.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
But it was a lot of fun.
Well, look, Martina, I look forward to seeing what happens next then going into spring next year. So huge
Yeah.
congratulations on your pro card win. And of course, if you win an overall title at that type of show, the NPC Junior Nationals, then you are destined to do something special in the pro rank. So super excited to see what happens
Oh
next.
yeah,
Thank you
definitely.
so much.
Massive congratulations.
Well done, girl. Enjoy that win. Bask in it.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your time.
Take care.
Bye.
Um, I think we should we just have a look at Ashley
At the pro
for the
show, I was
weekend.
gonna say it was
Yeah,
against her and Ali Vathauer, and
Wow, I thought she was like crazy.
well, I've followed Ali since she was an amateur, and I remember watching her win a pro card and stuff, and like she's a real like underdog, I think. A lot of
Hmm.
people, don't realize how good Ali really is.
Yeah.
She was like in the first call out at the Olympia last year. Um, and then yeah, it was against her and Ashley for first and second place.
video of Ashley. Here we are. Where is it? I know
That
people
photo
can.
made me laugh of Laurelie and Ashley.
Oh yeah.
This one here. Okay, I can't find a video of her yet. Let me just bring up Ali. See if the
I think there
Gilco
was
over
like a
there. So
comparison video from Gilco with both of them.
Yeah, actually, she might have accepted the collab on it.
let's just see.
Maybe not.
Is it this? No. Yeah.
No, but if you go on his
No,
page, you'll see it.
oh, okay. Gilco's got a comparison.
Yeah, I think he has.
On my WhatsApp messages showing up on this.
No.
No.
Oh, good. Just keep popping up like, oh my God, they're not being seen.
Awkward.
That's like, that's why I was on my phone. No moment. I've tried to turn notifications off. Why is it showing up?
No,
Okay.
I promise you, you can't see anything.
Why are the messages? Let's see. Okay. Comparison. Where we're at.
It's
Oh, here we
definitely
are. There we
there
go.
it is.
Here we go.
Honestly, I was like, when I saw this, I was like, wow.
Unreal.
Yeah, like, wow.
I bet that feels incredible for Ali. Like
Oh, yeah.
literally just there, like next to the goat and holding her own as well. Just gorgeous, like super confident presentation. Obviously, you're gonna be when you're, in the pros, but like
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
Ali Olympia qualified yet?
Yeah, I
No, is
believe
she? Is she?
uh I want to say yes, but honestly, I can't think off the top of my head.
I need to know now. Let me just quickly.
I need to know
Yeah,
now.
Mm,
this page normally has the updates.
yeah.
We're gonna see Kerry's name in a
Yeah,
moment.
that's still
Oh,
crazy.
I know.
here we are.
I'm so excited for this season to begin.
Ah,
It's
she's not.
She's
less than
not.
11 weeks.
So is she competing this weekend?
She must be on the hunt for it now. It is coming soon.
Mm.
This is got Bikini Pro, and they've got the lineups.
Do you know what as well? I don't know if you guys remember, but like I'm sure just before the Olympia last year, there was like some sort of weather problem in the States because I remember watching Ali's stories and that she was like basically getting flights cancelled like every hour of the day. She couldn't get out to Vegas. She was very stressed. And
Wow.
I don't know if you remember seeing that. I'm sure she probably wrote a post about it, but yeah, like she was like, at this point, I'm just glad that I'm actually in Vegas because of the nightmare. Like, I think when she left her house, I remember seeing on her story that like they'd basically had it must have been like a flood or something like that. I'm sure she lives in Florida, but like they had to like put all of their belongings like elevated off the floor. So when they came back from the Olympia, like the whole apartment or house was like upside down and yeah, because they were like, we don't know what we're going to be coming home to. Because you know, there's so many like natural
Yeah.
disasters that happen in the States, like hurricanes and stuff. So yeah, but she smashed the Olympia last year, so she'll be
Yeah.
like qualification and she'll be no doubt looking to improve that placing as well.
Sure, we'll get her on when she does. Okay, let's be close to home. We got our next guest, our final guest. So
Yeah.
it was the Empro Classic last week, and you may remember we did cover this Ifbb Pro bikini competitor. I'm really happy that she could join us this week because she'll be back on stage next weekend in Portugal. So where is she? I think she's coming through now. This is here we are, Kirsty. You're good?
Yay.
No.
Feel like I
Okay.
haven't seen you for ages. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Getting there.
Well, look, first, before I pass off the girls, Kirsty, huge well done from the weekend before the Empro Classic. As we know, that show is no joke when it comes to European pro shows, and broke into top five. Now, I just want to ask, I'm trying to work out in my head as a Welsh competitor, as a Welsh IP Pro, what's the highest placing for a an IP Pro show for a Welsh bikini competitor? I was like, is Kirsty got a record or somebody
Oh, I'm
else?
not. I'm not Welsh.
I knew she was going to say
Oh
that.
shit!
Sorry, I live in Wales. I live in Wales, but I know I'm Adam's Welsh, obviously, but I live
Fuck
in
what I
Wales.
just
But
said.
still,
Ignore it. Let's just scrap that completely.
God.
But even I thought even your
You
accent
could have
sounds like
claimed the
Welsh.
title there.
No. Oh well. Okay. Scrap what I said. Anyway, look, back to what I was saying. Huge congratulations. Top five in
Thank
Spain
you.
at the Pro Classic. Looked absolutely awesome. I know you were chuffed to bits, as well as your coach Jay. I mean, I guess my first question is, going into that show, what were your expectations?
So my first show was meant to be Portugal. I wasn't even going to do Spain, but I was like, oh, I'm ready. I'm ready now. And obviously, it was my dad's 60th birthday as well that weekend. So I was a bit like, I can't miss it. But luckily, I've got a supportive family, and I was just like, I really need to. I don't know why I just really need to do this show. So I was like, please, can I? I need to do it, and they're like, they understood. So going into it, like last year, obviously, I did this show as well, and it wasn't my best look. I was probably my least favorite look. So I felt like going into it, I wanted to. I knew that I was better than last time, and I just I knew I wanted to. I just wanted to do that one, and yeah, no, it paid off. It was just like what Kerry said last week or the last episode. It did feel like a win. You know, it did. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
that's it. Literally, yeah, I was super happy to hear this because I don't know like what's gone on or if anything, if anyone said anything or anything, but there's always people that are going to. So I just kind of guessed that there might have been, and to be able to like prove to yourself and others, I just think is great. It feels good.
Yeah, I think with pictures online, I think what we could see online to what you actually see in person is different. Like you
Mhm.
can't always go by what the pictures you're seeing online. That people were saying, you know, oh, you're too much. There were bikini pros there that were a lot bigger than me. And you know, people going, oh, you know, you're meant to be in figure. I had people in my inbox saying, you know, you shouldn't be doing like this one. You should be in figure. And it was quite nice to place fifth and you know show them no, I do belong in bikini and
Exactly that.
everything that you see in pictures.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's so true.
I think it's really difficult to silence the noise, isn't it? Like, because at the end of the day, I mean, I've had it as well, and I'm sure we've all had it at some point. Like,
Yeah.
ultimately, as a pro as well, there's more eyes on you, and people are commentating on things. But like, I really hope that, whoever's listening to this now uses that as inspiration from you, and I'm sure they
Yeah.
will. Because yeah, like you've got to just listen to your heart ultimately. And like we know that you've been in bikini pretty much since day one. Like we said on the episode where we reviewed the show or like did the preview, like when was it that you started competing, Kirsty? I can't remember. Did you say
20,
2013?
2013, the
Yeah,
September, yeah, August, September, yeah.
bikini veteran over here.
Yeah, and same as you though as well. Yeah, you started
Uh,
2013.
Kirsty,
it's oh, go on.
also, before I forget, because I do want, I know Marnie, me, Kerry, all you know the story, but I do want you to share it for those who are listening. And it's the voice that you said to me about the moment that you decided to stick with bikini, and you mentioned something about your daughter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, obviously Scarlett's been with me for like pretty much 10 years almost, or she's 10 this month, so 10 years of her watching me compete. And they come with me in the pose room, and you know, I was doing the figure poses, and she was just a bit like, no, I don't like this. She's like, oh, I like the other posing. And I said, oh, what do you mean the bikini, you know, front stance? She's like, yeah, I prefer that. And I was already on the fence about it. And I was like, okay, my daughters are watching me here, and you know, they're looking up to me, and they can, you know, I was on the fence already. And then obviously I spoke to Jay, and he just said, don't worry about what other people think. You know, I put it out there that I was going to figure. So I went really quiet, and I was a bit like, oh, I can't go back on my word now because, you know, so I felt like a bit stuck. And I was torn. I had unfinished business in bikini.
Yeah.
Although I'd absolutely love to go to figure one day, like I think they are absolutely incredible. Um, I wanted to give bikini one more go. I've been doing it since 2013. You know, to then
Yeah.
obviously what the girls said, it was just yeah, I'm gonna go for it. But yeah.
There's a
It's
real
been amazing.
important message behind that because I posted a video of Nick Walker saying something similar like you got to stop worrying about other people and do what makes you happy. You know,
Yeah.
in the end, this is about you and your journey. You don't want to add any sort of stress, and you want to keep your life at peace. And of course, I did a post about it, which kind of linked to exactly what you're saying, Kirsty, again, is that there is, as you mentioned, Marty, there is so much noise on social media. We know it's very easy for people to ignore the positives and only focus on a singular negative and let that try affect your judgment when already you know what your gut's saying. I'm sure when you say you would sit on the fence, in a way, you probably would know in the best direction to go for yourself, and it's proof of the pudding. If you if you do believe that something's right, you went Empro Classic and you proved it on
Yeah.
stage. You didn't need to prove on stage, but you still delivered. You still proved at that top five finish, and now we all get to be so excited about Portugal next weekend.
Yes. So Scarlett and Rosie are coming out as well.
Oh,
So
brilliant. That's great.
Oh, go on, get the girls
I
out.
know, you know, I couldn't really with the spinning stage. They have to come out. Um, so yeah, having them there. It's going to be a big deal for me. Obviously Adam's coming out as well. We're coming out as a family. And then Jay's going to be there, of course, for But no, I'm really excited for that one, you know. It'll be interesting to see how this one goes, because I didn't have massive expectation for Spain, and then suddenly I was in the top five. So it's, you know, we'll see anyway what
How
happens.
do you feel now? Do you feel like you've got any expectation now? Are you like, yeah, where are you at?
I would like, obviously, I would like to place in the top five again, but it's down to there's going to be different judges, different lineup, maybe. I don't know if a few of the girls are doing it, but again, it could be a slightly different look as well. I don't want to try and change too much going into it. I was quite happy with how I looked. The peak was amazing, perfect to be honest. Just didn't change too much, kept everything.
I was going to say, was it anything that Tyler said to you after the show that you could implement for the Portugal show?
Yeah, so on my front pose, I was bringing my shoulders too far round to front of the stage, so I had to bring one back. I do that. I don't know what it is, just get a bit excited on stage and then just bring them down. And a bit more glute fullness. We didn't push too hard on the peak. I wanted to be as lean as possible. From last year Spain, I didn't want to push anything too much, because I know what the lighting is like on that stage as well. So yeah, I just I've lost where I am now. My brain's gone.
Fullness.
Yeah, so glutes, the glutes, obviously, I think there's always going to be feedback with that, with the glutes.
Whoever you are.
Yeah. And a bit more, yeah, and a bit more hamstring detail. So yeah, I'm definitely bringing a little bit sharper this time.
Yeah,
a little bit more, but hopefully I'm going to push more on a bit more fullness as well.
Yeah. That's super exciting. I cannot wait to see. I'm getting proper like, I want to be there.
So exciting. I was going to say, like, for the first one back as well, you were probably thinking, like, okay, let's be a little bit more conservative and just see how it goes.
Yeah.
And then that's the data point established. And now, you know, you can obviously go up from there if that's what the feedback is. So,
yeah, I think a couple of things I would change. Well, one thing would be I won't do my own tan again. I think it was a bit stressful for me.
okay.
It was boiling. So I did do my own tan. Marnie, you do your own tan as well. Kerry,
You know what? It's funny that you say that because I'm like a DIY addict. I love DIY Pro Tan. I find that less stressful than being sprayed.
Do you remember how many times you explained it to me and how to do it? And then I was like,
oh my God.
No, I can't do it. I was like, I'm just going to get.
Did you ever do it? Or
do you know, it's funny, when I was an amateur, I used to do it all the time. And I don't know why, like all of a sudden I'm like, no, no.
Even if I was gonna do the Olympia, like the biggest show with the most pressure, I would still do my own tan because I just love it. Like
you can do my tan there.
Standing there butt naked with the aircon in your room, like your little hairnet, no one's bothering you. But when you get sprayed, it's like, I don't know. I can't. But yeah,
that's the good thing about that. But in Spain, it was so hot that I did my tan, and then before finals, I went back to the apartment, showered it all off, and reapplied it.
Wow.
It was boiling. We had handheld fat. It was so hot. And I expect the same for Portugal as well.
That would be cool. That's not cool.
I think stuff like that is it's good that like you're talking about it as well, because obviously, you know, we've got a lot of viewers that like want to compete abroad for pro cards, or like, you know, maybe they haven't got that experience of competing in a pro show, and like these are the things that people don't think about if they're so used to competing in the UK. Like when you go abroad, obviously the venues are different. Some of them might not have aircon. Like you have to really account for all of this because these are variables that will affect your overall package. Obviously, everybody knows you get judged when you tan. So
yeah, if you're competing in Spain, a handheld fan is essential. Definitely. I remember how hot it was last year, and I didn't have one, and I had one this year. So yeah, definitely.
You can get those ones that go around your neck and everything. You need to be like fully fanned up. I would have that around my quads, around my arms.
Another thing, obviously being a blondie as well, I forgot to have my hair up. So
no.
This is a fresh batch of hair now, but it was orange. I'm going to keep my hair up in a you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been there.
Oh yeah, well, luckily you girls are dark, so your hair's dark, and this is. But yeah, and another lovely thing was my
I
makeup
know.
artist Abita came out as well, so she was in the apartment with me, so she did
Yeah.
my makeup as well. So I think she absolutely nailed the makeup as well. So that was nice. That was chilled as well. She really looked
Yeah.
after me.
Are you gonna stick with purple?
I don't know. I
I love voting on your poll of what bikini. I love you in royal blue. It's my fave. I just think blonde and blue is like a vibe, but
I
Yeah.
know it's blue. I've got green as well. You see, I
mm,
I'm really great. I do keep looking at the blue, and we'll see.
I can just see blue. But
Yeah,
mhm.
I've got the one from Pittsburgh, the blue Pittsburgh one.
Yeah, it's my fave. Love
Straight
it.
hair, blue. Yeah.
Kirsty, is the Portugal show next weekend? Is that your final show of the year, or you got anything else planned afterwards?
Well, I'm going to take it show by show.
Okay.
If I am in the mix, then I might do the weekend after. We'll see.
yes,
Let's
yes,
which was
yes.
that one?
That one's in Amsterdam.
Oh, is that the Euro Muscle show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if I'm in the mix, then yeah, I'll probably go out there as well. And then maybe do another one after that. We'll see. I want to just keep, you know.
I think the thing is though that even if one of those shows you aren't in the mix, it literally doesn't really mean anything. You could show up and win the next show. Like who knows, honestly. So I always think as much as take it show by show, because even like from my standpoint, when like I got second, and then it went third, and Mark was like, shut it down, like you've got a worse place in. And I was like, no, no, like I'm not shutting it down because that's like who
Yeah.
cares? Like it could, and then what? Yeah, and then
I
everyone was
will
telling me to shut it down.
I will say, because I spoke to the Euro Muscle promoter about a week and a half ago, and that was when they cancelled the amateur show because they only had 11 entries. At that point, they had supposed to have 70. And I know the pro show is looking very quiet at the moment as well. And of course, Olympia qualification is up for grabs. Scarlett for UK is doing it, but it's a great opportunity for anyone to do that show because at the moment, see, it might be the more quietest show in
Wow.
Europe so far.
Hmm.
It's interesting.
There we
Who's
go.
Just
judging?
thrown out there.
Who's judging it, Suki? Do you know?
Sorry,
Who's the head judge?
is it Tarek?
Oh, I'm not
It's
sure.
in
I don't.
Portugal.
Yeah, yeah, he's doing. I don't know
If
who's.
it's, I think Tarek usually, well, I would say goes a bit harder. Or he did for me anyway.
But yeah, no, there's a that's a little inside there for Euro Muscle.
I don't know who's in Portugal either. I just know it's Tarek. And then, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anyone else from the UK doing that show.
Mm-mm.
Nobody else has come on radar, so it might just be Kirsty going solo represented.
In the
There
UK.
you go. Well, look, Kirsty, just want to say, well, huge congratulations on that
Yeah.
Empro,
Thank you.
that top
Well
five.
done.
I think it was more than just like that placing. Obviously, by decision you made from going to figure and then changing bikini, that just proved that the decision was
Yes.
right. And once again, it was a decision that you made through your coach, and obviously your daughter loves that posing. And in the end, it's about just doing what the right thing for yourself and what makes you happy and what you think is the right decision. And you proved it there. And I have no doubt that come Portugal next weekend, you'll continue to prove as well. So super excited to see how that plays out.
No, thank you.
We
But
all felt it when we saw you up there in that first
Oh,
yeah, when your name was called out, the first call out, big moment.
buzzing. Yeah.
can't believe it. Yeah, no, I still can't believe it. So yeah,
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
amazing.
Kirsty, wish you all the best and look forward to see
Thank
what
you.
happens next weekend.
Smash
Okay, take
it.
you guys update. All right,
Let's
thank
get
you for
it.
having me.
Take care.
Bye.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so
lovely.
good. That's so good. That's so good. I just love that. I love
That's it.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought what we do, we should finish off. I just want to maybe just grab some of the some updates I've seen from some of the other pros who will be competing very soon. So I thought I'd just quickly first one up is I just talked about Euro Muscle Show. And Scarlett is only, oh God, where's my, try to find the Instagram page now. I've lost it. Where is it? Oh no, it's disappeared.
What do you
Oh.
mean?
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Man thought he got blocked.
I was like, okay. Scarlett, she actually posted this picture, which was a comparison from last
Mm,
year. So, what's your thoughts, girls? Obviously, make it about her about to make her debut in a couple of weeks' time.
We
more
spoke
glue
about her before, I think,
dancing.
didn't we? Saying about how much improvement she's made, which is obvious. So that's great. And I think she said it herself, maybe even in this post, I'm not sure, about the like that she was chasing. I think it's in this post, isn't it? That before it was kind of chasing like to be the most shredded, but now she's trying to go for something completely different. So I think that's going to be really exciting to see, I think, because a physique can look so different. Um, and yeah, so I'm really excited to see her do that, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How
back
many
pose
weeks
is
out is it now?
definitely.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Hmm?
How many weeks out is she now?
I
Sorry.
think it'd be 2 weeks.
Mm.
So your muscle is when is it? First weekend July. So
Is she
July.
doing the Tampa Pro? Because it just says on that video there, if you just go,
Yeah, she's well, Euro muscle and then over to America for a couple of shows.
Oh, exciting. First season.
So yeah. But apart from that, I've not seen any other UK pros post any updates. Obviously, I mentioned about Phoebe, she confirmed in 2026.
Yep.
Scott, they got to go in a couple of weeks. We know all about you, Kerry, your updates, 11 weeks out from Italy. Marnie is posting videos of her posing, which we noticed was fit model. So
No, for
well,
real
I've got to
it
though,
stay on my
actually,
game. I've got to
the,
stay on it. I've got another fit model girl competing in Portugal, Hannah, competing to try and win a pro card. So I'm staying on the fit model posing just to stay fresh.
did
we,
Hannah do the Two Bros show recently with
Well,
somebody else?
she did her last show was Muscle Contest Ireland, then she did the Spain Amateur Olympia. It was the Amateur Olympia, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and yeah, so now she's doing Amateur Olympia Portugal. Yeah. So that's exciting. The thing with that is obviously every show that we've done, I think fit models are obviously it's evolving every time. And so I've been really, really detailed with like changing her front pose and even things in the back pose now as well. And the routines changed a bit too, just based off of like what's doing well and what's being awarded. So yeah, like for example, when she did the regional at the start of the year, I kind of had her sitting like with quite a lot of weight in the dominant leg, in the back leg. But as the shows have gone on, we've kind of changed our weight distribution a bit and we've kind of got her standing up taller and it being a bit more central, purely based on like what we've seen in the shows since then. And I mean, she looks really, really good. So I think she's just another athlete that like it's just a matter of time for her, and that's the chase, if you will, of the pro card really.
Talking about fit model, I'll just show you. This is Lauren. So she was the NPC National Junior Nationals fit model overall winner. So quick little feedback from you girls. What are your thoughts? This is another overall winner from you from
really
America,
nice shape.
the next Ifbb Pro.
Some really nice density to her glutes. I'm loving to see that.
Was literally
I
just
think
thinking
it
this.
is important. I think it is important to have that
I
fullness.
think I think a lot of people maybe are underestimating just how much muscle you need for fit
Agree.
model because you need the shape there, but you can't have that whilst being absolutely peeled because it
Agree.
defeats the whole point. So it's that pretty muscle look.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I mean, she's got it.
Yeah.
So
100%. Like when it comes to it, like bikini, like wellness, like there is going to be like a how do I put it? Like you've got to have like
je ne sais quoi.
Here's
the
They
a
call it je ne
another
sais
pro
quoi.
card winner.
Like, yeah.
yeah.
I tell you what, I've been seeing a lot of the girls who've been Air Pro Card have a similar color to this.
Mm.
And I mean, you girls tell me, I'm always unsure about that kind of color because of the texture of your tan. Sometimes it can get lost. What's your thoughts?
How do you mean?
Oh,
Like
the
the
bikini color,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
your tan.
Oh, bikini.
Like this must be that the fifth or sixth IP Pro I've seen where that's been the color of choice when it comes to winning a pro card, and yeah, it's so close to the tan complexion.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mm.
I mean, it's not affecting
I
anything, but you
think
still win
it's
a pro card.
difficult. I think you do ultimately want a color that's going to have a bit of contrast there, but
Yeah.
I think obviously a lot of the girls here, like it's like the classic, like the brunette with the dark eyes, and I just think like your warm color tones, like your reds, your pinks, your purples, are always gonna do you justice on stage. Like that is a complementary color. But
Um,
I don't know.
I actually have something to say on that. So I'm trying to pick a bikini color for this year as a secondary color. So if anyone thinks of a color, then drop it in the comment section. But we've been thinking of like um, a red just does not look good on me. So we've been thinking of like along the same kind of color spectrum of like the um, green kind of color that I had, but like a dark blue. Obviously, I wear a dark green, so we're trying to think of yeah, but I can't
Think
like
you need like the cool tones, whereas like where like apples and oranges, like I need warm tones and you need cool tones. And I don't know if that's like to do with the difference in our skin, but also like obviously you've got such light eyes as well. And I
Mhm.
just think like all of these little nuances play a role in what is complementary. I would say yeah, you would suit a dark blue or maybe something that's like a mixture between the green and blue. So it's kind of not like
that's what
turquoise, but you know what I mean.
that's what Meg said as well. So yeah, but I don't know, yeah,
Would you
which
be
show
try
will get
will
that
you be
out.
trialing for different colors then at the shows before the Olympia?
Sorry.
Will you be trialing for different colors
Yeah,
to see what
I'll
works
probably
best?
take I'll probably take two or three with me. I don't know. I just the green will probably be at the Olympia, unless this new color that I get really feels like the one and like people close to me that I can trust in their opinion and that then I might literally just out a new color at the Olympia, which is risky.
So would you go for a lighter green, Kerry, that's got a bit more of a pop to it?
No,
Why?
because I think the shade of the green is like what is my
Mm,
color. So if someone said like you have to have a red bikini, mine would probably be a dark red bikini. Or if you have to have a blue, a dark blue. Like this is dark green. I'm not actually a fan of the light green either, if I'm honest. Like
mm-hmm.
when I actually chose this bikini, my bikini sponsor was like, "Oh, like you don't really see that. Like, but people have this green," and I was like, "No, no, 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 I don't want that green." But it's funny because that green is the first ever color bikini that I ever had, ever.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
it
didn't know
is.
that.
Yeah, so it was my first ever like winning bikini color as well back then. But I had different color hair then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also still love you in royal blue. We've spoke about this. I know you'll probably never
No.
wear it, but oh, I
Got
love
one up there. I'll have to have a when I'm like getting a bit more closer to condition, I'll have to put I've got loads of bikinis in loads of different colors up there. So yeah, we'll have to have a little try on.
Olympia qualified bikini girl problems. What color do I
Yeah.
go for? Everyone else chasing
It's a
qualification.
really hard decision, okay?
I get it. I get
It's
it.
heels as well. I'm having that as well at the moment.
Ew.
That's another story.
There's guys just with board shorts, trunks are all the same color. I don't think
I know.
yeah,
And then my
that's
other thought
situation.
is like, well, I want me and Mark to be like the same color.
Matching.
I knew she was going to say this.
And by like that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And then we're gonna be like so odd that I'm just gonna have to get him some made and be like, just put them on.
Just for the pick.
Or just airbrush him in some.
All right, guys. Well, look, I think Kerry's already asked the question. What color do you think Kerry should go for
Yeah.
Olympia? drop in the comments and we'll try and go through some of them anyway. But as always, look, guys, drop any questions as well. I want to try and add a little Q&A part
Yeah.
at the end. So please drop any questions. I'm going to ask those questions the following week. And then hopefully we might even get more update on the bikini color for Kerry and Marnie. Okay, Marnie, any update on Fit Model 2026?
No, there's no update.
No update.
Nothing's
Okay.
changed.
Just part of the
Poor girl just trying to retire peacefully.
Yeah, like, I mean, do you know what? I think it's funny because actually one of my really close friends has actually just messaged me this morning saying that she's decided to stop competing as well.
Wow.
So I think, especially with kind of like the age that we are at and the era of competitors that have kind of come through and whatever, like there's new people coming into the sport all the time, but you just never know like who's watching and who can relate to what you're saying. Because I think when I obviously made my announcement, I was a little bit worried of like, oh, people won't want to follow me anymore and this and that. But I did have a lot of people reach out and say, oh my God, I actually feel the same. Maybe I should step back. Like Joe Brightman put up a video not long after I put mine up, and he said like, if it wasn't for your video, this would have taken me a lot longer. And so I didn't quite realize the impact.
I think
But
it's nice the way you did it. Sorry,
mm,
but I mean, I think it's nice the way you've done it because quite often there's people that leave the sport and the sport is to blame for their food relationship or their body image or that this, and you quite often see that when
yeah, I know, and I'm really lucky that I have been able to walk away from bikini, like not feeling negatively about that. It is difficult, like obviously, I mean, because I work in the industry with as a posing coach and I love this so much, it's always gonna there's a loose like, oh, should I not? Like we keep talking about fit model, but I think yeah, like for now, I need to keep my focus where it is, which is on my clients, supporting you, like being at the Olymp like I was thought, oh, I would love to go to the Olympia. I can still go to the Olympia and just not be on stage. Do you know what I mean? So
let me create a little scenario to end this then. If say September, the Arnold's UK announce that they're going to have the Fit Model division in the Pro Show with Olympia qualification, and there is no application process because it's the first Fit Model Pro Show of 2026.
of course I'd do it. Of course I would. Like, are you kidding?
So it's not ended. It's
Yeah,
happening.
but that's a very, very unique and unlikely scenario, let's be honest. Like, I don't think Arnold's gonna have fit model at the Arnold's.
But it's all about just planting that seed that okay, if Arnold's going to do it, maybe another show. But all of a sudden, it's like okay.
I know. Like, I think, yeah. Do you know what? I am glad seeing, like, we just looked at the girl who won the overall. Like, I really love the shape that's kind of like coming through. Like, it's competitive. I think it's going to be very competitive at the pro level. I
Mhm.
really, really do. But obviously, time will tell with that.
So
So,
what you're saying is it's not 50-50 anymore. It's 51-49 in favor.
you really want this to happen, don't you? I'm just like I've got to a point now where I'm just like I'll just let her say
I
she's
know. I've got to create a narrative. Like we got your narrative, Kerry, of going to Olympia. I need to create one for Marnie. So
people love a
it's
storyline, don't
it's
they?
the fit model one. So we're going to keep doing it every week.
basically.
All right. Look, that's a wrap. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week because this weekend we got the Italy show, Flex
Mm,
Weekend Pro. We got that. A couple of shows in the US. No domestic shows in the UK, not till the week
next
after.
week.
Well
It's
done.
the weekend of
Four
Portugal
people,
after Olympia.
four
Is it?
people competing in that, and
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
What
I've,
the
yeah, I
MK
have
show?
eight
MK,
both clients in that, eight girls. So, but I think it's good because they've got the open and the natural on the same day. So it's two shows. Yeah.
I've got a client who is an absolute anomaly. That's how you say it. She's on like 4,000 calories. I had to start peaking her from like yesterday. And I've got a
Wow.
group chat of like four of my girls who three of them are like digging the last dig and like on really low calories. And then she messaged me privately because they were all talking about it in this little, like I've put a split off to my like big group chat. And she messaged me like, I don't think I should put in the group chat that you've given me four cookies today because I'm thinking like volume, like to pull it down. And I literally screenshotted it and put it in the group.
Oh my
They're out.
God.
And they're all like, oh my God, no, you go, girl. Like, enjoy that. And I'm like, today she woke up and I was like, right, so you're gonna have some more calories today. She is like, yeah, she's her body just revved up, but we luckily because we're starting it now, pulling expenditure, she'll be bang on. So really, really excited for that. It's always an interesting process with someone that um that happens to because obviously you've got the mission of like obviously we're taking daily measurements with the waist to try and keep her waist in. Got to think outside of the box with foods by not like just giving her like essentially all like clean food because it's a lot, especially if someone suffers with like digestion and stuff like that, and their stomach does come out. So yeah, it's really fun. I've got like opposite end of the spectrum, some that I need to get full later, and then her, I'm just like eat. So yeah, it's fun. I'm loving it.
All right, roll a couple of weeks, but it feels like it's been ages since we had a UK show. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
roll a couple of weeks. Okay, that's a wrap, guys. Drop any questions in the comments. We can go through next week, and we'll see you guys next week.